The shocking reasons why people stay in debt. Don't do this. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions of people worldwide. Debt. But we're not just talking about having debt. We're exploring the surprising psychological and behavioral reasons why people remain stuck in debt, often for years or even decades. Understanding these patterns could be the key to finally breaking free from the debt cycle. One of the most shocking reasons people stay in debt is the widespread normalization of borrowing money. We've created a society where debt is not just accepted, it's expected. From student loans to car payments, credit cards to mortgages, we're conditioned to believe that debt is simply a part of adult life. This normalization has dangerous consequences, as people stop viewing debt as a temporary situation, and there's less urgency to pay off existing debts. New debt is taken on without serious consideration, and financial stress becomes accepted as normal. The reality is that while some debt might be strategic, like a mortgage, accepting all forms of debt as normal is a massive trap that keeps people financially imprisoned. Here's something that might surprise you. Many people stay in debt because of lifestyle inflation, even as their income grows. This phenomenon, also known as lifestyle creep, occurs when your spending automatically increases with your income. When someone gets a raise or a better paying job, instead of using that extra money to pay down existing debt or build savings, they often upgrade their lifestyle. They might move to a more expensive apartment, buy a newer car, start eating at fancier restaurants, or buy more expensive clothes. This pattern creates a perpetual debt cycle because they're never utilizing income increases to improve their financial position. One of the most insidious traps keeping people in debt is the minimum payment mindset. Credit card companies love this because it maximizes their profits while keeping you in debt for decades. When you have a $5,000 credit card debt at 18% APR and make only minimum payments, typically 2% of the balance, it will take over 30 years to pay off the debt, and you'll end up paying more than twice the original amount in interest alone. This is shocking, yet millions of people fall into this trap, viewing minimum payments as acceptable debt management. The absence of an emergency fund is another critical factor that keeps people in debt. Without this financial buffer, minor emergencies force more borrowing, making existing debt harder to pay off. This creates a vicious cycle where financial stress increases, leading to more borrowing. Statistics show that a significant percentage of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing, perpetuating the debt cycle. Emotional spending patterns play a fascinating role in keeping people in debt. Financial decisions are often driven by stress relief, temporary happiness, social pressure, and fear of missing out. FOMO. The dopamine hit from purchasing creates a temporary feel-good moment, but the resulting debt creates more stress, leading to more emotional spending. This psychological cycle is particularly difficult to break because it's tied to deep-seated emotional needs and learned behaviors. The lack of financial education is perhaps one of the most shocking reasons for persistent debt. Many people simply don't understand how compound interest works against them, the true cost of loans over time, basic budgeting principles, or investment alternatives. This knowledge gap leads to poor financial decisions and keeps people trapped in debt cycles. Without understanding the fundamentals of personal finance, people often make decisions that seem logical in the short term, but are devastating in the long run. Many people believe their debt problem is solely an income problem, thinking that if they just made more money, they could get out of debt. However, research consistently shows that higher income often leads to higher spending, and without behavior change, more money doesn't solve debt problems. There are plenty of high-income individuals who are deeply in debt, proving that financial habits matter more than income level. Debt consolidation, often viewed as a solution, can actually keep people in debt longer. While consolidating multiple debts into one loan with a lower interest rate seems logical, it often creates a false sense of progress. Without addressing the underlying spending habits, people frequently max out their original credit cards again, leading to an even larger total debt load. The consolidation becomes just another band-aid on a deeper financial wound. Social media and constant exposure to others' lifestyles create unrealistic financial expectations and pressure to maintain appearances. This social comparison leads to debt-fueling decisions that people wouldn't otherwise make. The constant bombardment of carefully curated lifestyles on social media platforms creates a distorted view of what's normal or necessary, leading to unnecessary spending and debt accumulation. A scarcity mindset keeps many people in debt because it promotes panic buying and encourages hoarding behaviors. When people believe resources are limited or that they'll never have enough, they make poor long-term financial decisions. This mindset creates resistance to saving and often leads to impulsive purchasing decisions that worsen debt situations. The impact of staying in debt extends far beyond financial consequences. It affects mental health, relationships, career choices, and overall quality of life. Chronic stress from debt can lead to physical health problems, while relationship strain often occurs when couples disagree about money management. Career choices become limited as people feel trapped in jobs they dislike because they can't afford to take risks or pursue better opportunities. Breaking free from debt requires understanding these patterns and actively working to change them. It's crucial to remember that debt is not a normal long-term state and that financial freedom is possible. Small changes in financial habits compound over time, and education combined with consistent action is key to breaking free from the debt cycle. The path to becoming debt-free isn't always easy, but understanding these shocking reasons why people stay in debt is the first step to avoiding these traps and creating a financially secure future. Every financial decision made today affects tomorrow's opportunities and quality of life. The journey to financial freedom starts with recognizing these patterns and making conscious choices to break free from the debt cycle. The most important step is to start taking action today. Calculate your total debt, create a realistic budget that includes saving for emergencies, and choose a debt repayment strategy that works for your situation. Find accountability partners who support your financial goals and understand that becoming debt-free is a journey that requires patience and persistence. Remember, your future self will thank you for the financial wisdom and discipline you develop today. The freedom from debt isn't just about having more money. It's about having more choices, less stress, and the ability to build a life you truly want. Don't let these common traps keep you in debt any longer than necessary. Take control of your financial future by recognizing these patterns and making conscious choices to break free from the debt cycle. Watch my other videos on the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon, my dear friends.